Hi, my name is Ronnie Datta and today we're going to talk about the Vedic Age. Now, since this age is quite complicated, we're going to divide it into two parts. This is the first part. Now, let's start talking about Bharat, shall we? The Vedic period or Vedic age is the period in the history of India during which the Vedas, the sacred texts of Hinduism, were being composed. Based on literary evidence, scholars place the Vedic period in the 2nd and 1st millennia BC, continuing up to the 6th century BC. The Vedic age is divided into two periods, the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. Let's talk about the early Vedic period now. In this period from 1500 to 1200 BC, the Rig Veda mentions quite a few accounts of conflicts between various tribes. Most notable of these conflicts was the Battle of 10 Kings, which took place on the banks of the river Ravi. The battle was fought between the tribe BHARATAS, led by their chief SUDAS, against a confederation of 10 tribes. The BHARATAS lived around the upper regions of the river SARASWATI, while the Purus, their western neighbors, lived along the lower regions of Saraswati. The other tribes dwelt northwest of the BHARATAS in the region of Punjab. Division of the waters of Ravi could have been a likely reason for the war. Sudas emerged victorious in the Battle of 10 Kings, and Purukutsa, the chief of the Purus, was killed in the battle. So after the war, BHARATAS and the Purus merged into a new tribe called the Kuru. After the 12th century BC, as the Rig Veda had taken its final form, the Vedic society, which is associated with the Kuru Panchala region, transitioned from semi-nomadic life to settled agriculture in northwestern India. Possession of horses remained an important priority of Vedic leaders and a remnant of the nomadic lifestyle, resulting in trade routes beyond the Hindu Kush to maintain this supply, as horses needed for cavalry and sacrifice could not be bred in India. This enabled the Vedic people to extend their settlements into the western area of the Ganga-Yamuna doab. Many of the old tribes coalesced to form larger political units. In this period, the VARNA system emerged, which reflected a division of labor among various social classes. Brahmin priests and warrior nobility stood on top, free peasants and traders were the third, while slaves, laborers and artisans were the fourth. This was a period where agriculture, metal and commodity production as well as trade greatly expanded, and the Vedic era texts, including the early Upanishads and many sutras important to later Hindu culture, were completed. The Kuru kingdom, the earliest Vedic state, was formed by a super tribe which joined several tribes in a new unit. Two key figures in this process of the development of the Kuru state were the king Parikshit and his successor Janamejaya, transforming this realm into the dominant political and cultural power of northern Iron Age India. By 6th century BC, the political units consolidated into large kingdoms called Mahajanapadas. The process of urbanization had begun in these kingdoms, commerce and travel flourished, and even regions separated by large distances became easy to access. Anga, a small kingdom to the east of Magadha on the doorstep of modern-day West Bengal, formed the eastern boundary of the Vedic culture. Yadavas expanded towards the south and settled in Mathura. To the south of their kingdom was Vatsa, which was governed from its capital Kausambi. The Narmada River and parts of northwestern Deccan formed the southern limits. The newly formed states struggled for supremacy and started displaying imperial ambitions. I hope you liked the first episode on the Vedic Age, and if you did, please share it with your friends and family, subscribe to MyNation, and let's keep talking about Bharat, shall we?